to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. Thursday, January 8th. We call this the listener adjustment period. Lots of comments like, where's the show? Where was it on Monday?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You can tell Mike's in off-season mode because he's got the Suns hat and the D-backs hoodie. No football anywhere.
Gotta rep my teams.
The hometown. You're such a big baseball guy.
That's what you're known as. Second baseman.
Oh, man.
Love that guy.
And
yeah.
the first baseman.
Wow, he's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
You guys know some of the positions.
Shortstop.
Oh, my God. The middle reliever that we call in all the time in the sixth.
With the pitch, the really good pitch.
Yeah, he throws with his right hand.
Yeah, that one does. And then
don't forget the lefty, though.
And the catcher, man. This way he squats.
Incredible.
And catches.
This is the kind of off-season analysis you're going to get right here. We'll describe all the positions in the baseball teams.
I can name one member of the Jason and I, name that tune.
Oh, yeah.
I can name one member of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
And then I'm like, go. You're up. Could I name two? I don't know if I can name one.
I don't think you can.
Why did you start at zero?
Name one player on the Diamondbacks.
The issue is
currently.
Yeah.
All I can think of is Corbin Dallas, and that is definitely
Corbin Carroll.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
Is that the one with the bad facial hair?
You put, depending on the day and the month, you put the Fifth Element plus. You gave him enough clues.
We did it. We got one.
Corbin Dallas. Welcome into the Fantasy Footballers. We have a fun show today, a Footballers AMA. We do have the Fantasy Faceoff. We have picked our projections for the upcoming playoffs. I almost said fantasy playoffs. Those are over. NFL playoffs. I realize I'm really nervous about the NFL playoffs this week.
Because of the Buffalo Bills?
Because of the Bills-Jacksonville game. In this office, you guys both picked Jacksonville to go to the Super Bowl. I picked Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. So one of us is going to be soups wrong immediately.
That is correct. One of us.
Okay.
Because there's two.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that game's super exciting. Some of my picks come from that game. But everything this weekend is going to be fun.
I'm really happy that I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars because I want to be right. But in truth, I want the Bills to win. I want Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl. This is his chance.
I love this part of the day.
But it's great because watching the game, first of all, I don't know who I'm going to be rooting for. You ever watch a game and you're like, I thought I was going to be rooting here, and you just find your heart on the other side.
I don't know that I care.
And maybe you don't care, but I'm starting to think maybe I won't care who wins. Because
I care a lot.
You're a little invested.
No,
here.
This is not a sports card thing. This is
his proclamations of the Bills.
Yeah,
are gonna win.
It's just a matter. It's not even my projections. It's just the history of the game of football. Like you look at what makes a player legendary. If anybody's watched the Elway documentary that just came out on Netflix or any of the documentaries about the greats, Jordan, he came up against the Pistons, right? He couldn't get past the Pistons. Finally, he gets past the great nemesis. Like, to be considered the greatest quarterback of all time or one of the best of all time, you have to win a Super Bowl. And like Josh Allen has gone up, he's gotten as close as he can to get past Mahomes. And
his nemesis was already outed.
The 3-touchdown game to Gabe Davis and these amazing football games that he was so close. And now you have a clear path. If I told you at the beginning of the season that the thing standing between Josh Allen and a Super Bowl was Trevor Lawrence
and
Duval, you'd be like
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's got. So to me, I just want the history. Like I feel like the time. Trevor Lawrence has got more time. Jacksonville's got more time. They're building something great there. If you're a Jacksonville fan, obviously, it'd be a fun story if they make it happen. But if Josh Allen falls again in the first round, That's part of the story too. It's a first-round loss.
While you talk through this, I'm realizing the Bills can't lose. They cannot. Like,
that's how I feel about this. Is why I feel that way around the game and why I picked Buffalo is because when the pressure hits, I feel like
Josh Allen.
It's closing time.
Yeah, he is not allowed to lose that game or his entire.
Well, you want to know what worries me the very most? Mike picking the other side.
Oh, I know. It's the year of Mike.
The year of Mike.
You know how happy I was to see my bracket was identical?
It's the most concerning thing on this show.
I don't know if the calendar flipping over changes it. But, I mean, the problem with all the Josh Allen talk is there's 21 other guys.
What do you mean?
It's football is like, yeah, you need to have the best quarterback.
Oh, you're saying on his team.
I'm saying I don't think the Bills are the best team, even though Josh Allen's probably the best quarterback in the playoffs.
He is. He certainly is.
And there was did you see Cam Newton going off on like his podcast?
No.
They went through all 14 playoff quarterbacks, and he just yelled into the microphone whether they were a game changer or a game manager.
Oh.
And there were only two.
Oh, two changers?
Game changers.
Okay, we got Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's one of them. Do you know the second one?
No.
Everybody else was a game manager.
Hold on.
Interesting.
There's just
like Mahomes was a game manager?
Well, he's not in the playoffs, Jason.
Oh, it's just the ones in the playoffs.
The 14 playoffs.
It's got to be Stafford.
It was Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody else was a game manager to him.
That's fine.
Which I think is probably
because you have to earn you have to earn the game changer moniker from Cam Newton. You don't like Drake May in your year 2. You don't get to be called.
Let me tell
if
you
I
this.
were to compare Drake May to Bo Nix, Drake May is a game changer, whereas Bo Nix is a game manager. But neither one of them have earned being a game changer yet.
If the situation was Jacksonville against Kansas City, and you have the same personnel, I feel like the conversation is the greatness of Mahomes shall overcome.
Right.
He finds a way in the playoffs. Doesn't matter what the seed is. Doesn't matter how good your defense is. He ends up winning. That's the story I want for Josh Allen.
Right, but that would have been the story at multiple times during this year. Was Mahomes is they're gonna figure it out.
I'm talking about in the playoffs. Though. Wow. I'm talking about playoff quarterbacks. When you get to the playoffs, everything changes.
I do agree.
Just
with
ask
that.
Sam Darnold.
I do agree with that, and that's why I'm in on Jacksonville. Because defense is what really does.
If Darnold loses bad and looks bad.
Oh, man.
Because I want to come back to this conversation.
Yeah. Oh,
because I brought this up halfway through the year.
Yeah.
Now they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah, Darnold already won round 1.
That means more pressure. Number 1
and a
seed,
better team.
And a home game. So you're telling me if Sam Darnold goes out there,
it's going to be the Rams.
And
He's playing the Rams.
His pants in the only playoff game Seattle gets as the number 1 seed, you're telling me there's not questions?
Oh, man.
You're telling me there won't be the same questions as last year?
There certainly will be.
This is the theater of the NFL.
So the Rams, almost certainly, maybe it's very rude of me to say.
Well, it's reseeding, right?
Reseeding, yes, but I believe that. So if I don't remember the other side of the bracket, but essentially I think that the Rams-Panthers, if the Rams win, they play the Seahawks.
It would be the 49ers if they won or the Packers if they won.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Rams are the 5 seed. So if they reseed and you play the lowest seed, then the 49ers are the 6 and the Packers are the 7. So they would play them, right?
Silly reseeding.
Silly other teams involved. Yeah, it'll be wild.
Well, he better hope he doesn't play the Rams in that game. Six interceptions in the 2 games this year. I mean, they won both games.
Right.
But not because of Darnold.
And then you're going to end up with, on the other side, the Broncos have the 1 seed, right? And the Patriots, if they manage to win, you're going to end up facing, the Bills are the 6th seed. So that would be your opponent if they get through. It's just going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm nervous for all of these legacies, is I guess what I'm saying. We have a lot going on today, though. The Footballers AMA. We've got a quick question today. We've got the prize picks shame. We all tied this week. Jason lost the tiebreaker, and therefore he shall be shamed today.
That's true. To be fair, the tiebreaker was throwing a pistachio near a wall, which we do around the studio from time to time.
Multiple pistachios.
That's true. That's true. It's 3 rounds of pistachio throwing.
Well, it was supposed to be more than 3 rounds.
Normally,
my pistachio throwing was not on point.
I wasn't even going to mention the pistachios. Of course we end up mentioning the pistachios. We normally have tiebreakers when there's a Sunday night game or a Monday night game. There wasn't that.
Yeah. So we had to throw a what else could you do?
You couldn't do anything else.
You had to throw a
You had to
pistachio
have a-
closest to the wall without hitting.
Yeah, if you hit the wall, you're eliminated.
Yeah.
If you go out of bounds, you're eliminated.
Only because we're civilized gentlemen.
And we didn't do just one round. We're not.
No. First to 3
Animals.
losses,
Yeah.
and it only went 3 rounds.
I went out of bounds twice.
That's on you.
It was a little bit on the pistachio. I think the one I picked
Oh.
You picked
was a bad shape.
You gotta know
You
your.
picked it. It's
you gotta
on you.
know your pistache shapes.
Yeah,
All right.
my bad.
But that's how Jason's getting shamed today.
Yeah.
There you go.
Does
Bad-
he have to eat like 1,500 pistachios?
Oh, no. What a punishment. Pistachios.
Don't do that.
Pistachios are awesome.
if you're unhappy,
Yeah, but you got to shell. No, you got to shell.
Oh, no.
1,500 pistachios.
1,500?
and eat none.
no, he shells them for us.
Yeah.
We eat them.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's
now
too far.
the
That's too
punishment.
far,
Wash
man.
your hands. All right, listen, if you don't like just 2 shows a week and you need more pistachio content coming your way, jointhefoot.com. That's our community. You get a bonus weekly episode all year round. And in the off season, it's a great chance to get your questions answered because there's not a lot of start-sit decisions, right? So you can get other questions in there, and there you go. Championship swag, you can find it, shopballers.com for the T-shirts. I saw them in the office yesterday. They look pretty good. I wasn't wearing one, though. Quick question of the day from City Stars on X. Are you taking Bijan or CMC number 1 next year in the draft?
Bijan.
Bijan.
It's Bijan, and it's not close. He is so far and away to me the best running back. And
New head coach.
people will make their arguments, Gibbs, these other, but Bijan is the guy who can do everything. He's still young enough and still has, like, versus Christian McCaffrey. Like, Bijan can rip off a 90-yard touchdown. Christian McCaffrey can't do
He cannot
that.
do that.
Not
No.
anymore.
No.
He can, catch 100-plus passes like that. Christian McCaffrey could PPR and do things that Bijan may not get that opportunity, but Bijan is my number 1 as of right now. For
And
next year.
Bijan is 23 years old right now. That makes a difference, not just for like, hey, when is the drop off? Because I don't think you're calling for a drop off for a Christian McCaffrey. That will happen at some year in life, but it's also the injury risk. Like Bijan is younger, has been healthier, and you just look at Christian McCaffrey and you go, okay. I guess if we're following trends, though, let me just one last argument on pro Christian McCaffrey. Okay, he's the running back 3, then the running back 1, 2 great seasons in a row, then injured. When he comes back, he's the running back 2, the running back 1, 2 great seasons in a row, then injured. Running back 1.
I see what you're saying.
Shouldn't this be another good one?
Yeah, another top 2 performer.
I think the
coming up.
interesting question is, are you taking CMC number 2?
I don't know yet.
Great.
I don't know
Great.
yet.
I
don't.
I would probably.
I would guess not.
I would probably not do that.
Hmm.
But I mean, I get it.
Let's see. So he's
going to be older,
He will be over 30.
and that scares me a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you saw the so far the fall off, and it's just like he's not the same. He's not the same Christian McCaffrey was in 2019, but I mean that was forever ago.
Part of what made this season so majestic, and he's always been able to do it with or without wide receivers, but they didn't have any this year.
Right.
They missed Kittle for a long period of time. Brandon Ayuk never came back. Ricky Pearsall,
Most of the year was gone.
Yeah, the second he came back, he turned right around like the Simpsons meme, and it was like Juwan Jennings sometimes, who also got hurt. So, I mean, Kendrick Bourne was a talking point for part of the year.
Yes, he was.
So it did work out well, and he held up. I mean, that's what the math, that's what it comes down to. Can you hold up? We do have news. It's all coaches, but it's big news.
News and notes from around the league.
The Ravens fired John Harbaugh after 18 seasons as a head coach, playoffs in 12 of 18 years. I believe 6 division titles, Super Bowl championship season, and a 614 winning percentage.
And that is why there are 6 head coach openings and rumored to be 9 teams that are interested in John Harbaugh right now.
Miami's one of them.
Yep. And we can only
The Bucs have to be
speculate.
one.
The Jets are one of them. We know that.
Did you see-
That's confirmed.
I believe it was Baker's wife that liked the post.
Oh, the Bucs are one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
I'm a little surprised that they are holding on right now.
Here's what I think is interesting. I think that there is a very decent chance Tomlin's fired too. If they go one and done again, and they don't look good, I think you could lose 2 stalwarts of this division.
We could, yeah.
And then you lost Stefanski. So there's 3 head coaches. I mean, Zach Taylor's the only one that got the pass.
And he barely.
Yeah, they had to come out.
He is by far the worst coach in that division.
If you have to come out with a statement that's like why we're keeping somebody, that's how close you were to getting fired.
On the good news there, though, they did keep Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor came out and said, we are keeping our defensive coordinator.
Oh, good
Which
work.
is great news.
Yes.
Unfortunately, bad news. The Cowboys have released Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. So these 2 terrible defenses we love playing against, one of them might shift.
Well, there are rumors right now about Cliff Kingsbury having his pick of the litter for a lot of these teams, and Baltimore is the one that's coming up this morning as, you know, the plan, the reason they said that they did this was to invigorate Lamar Jackson, to give him something fresh.
Makes sense.
Cliff Kingsbury coming to Baltimore would be very interesting. I think he's changed as a coach.
I do too. I think he would come in with a little bit more presence and culture. He did not do that when he was in Arizona. I believe his second round will be decent as a head coach. And if you look at his resume with the 2 quarterbacks he's dealt with in the NFL so far, Kyler Murray, mobile rushing quarterback that he had early success with, Jaden Daniels, obviously rookie sensation, had success with. Hey, put him with Lamar Jackson. He's proven he can utilize that type of
What's wild is Todd Monken will be gone then. If you bring in Cliff Kingsbury, there won't be a Todd Monken.
Well, I think Todd Monken is gone no matter what. There were rumors that part of the reason, like Harbaugh was not immediately fired. They talked to players, they talked to staff, they talked to the general manager. This was a long thought through decision, and there were many aspects to it, the locker room, the players, but one of the rumored or I guess reported issues was that Harbaugh was not willing to release Monken, and they basically didn't want Monken there. I believe that was more maybe Lamar and Monken. So Monken is gone.
Yeah,
he's not going to be there no matter what.
He's getting some head coaching opportunity
as
well.
Also, a note on Cliff Kingsbury's departure from Washington, because this wasn't I'm leaving because I have a job. Like, the offer's there. Sorry, guys, I'm going to go be a head coach. It sounded like he was leaving regardless of if he gets another opportunity. And
massive disagreements between
Dan that's what I wanted to get your guys' take on, because I personally find it a bit troubling, because the report that came out was that Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury, they had a very strong disagreement on a lot of things on the offense. They said, in particular, pass-to-rush ratio. So, as in, I'm assuming that Dan Quinn wants to run the ball more. We got to establish it because that's who he is. And then on top of that, so Kingsbury had a collegiate-esque, offense, which some of that stuff, it's working in the NFL. And Dan Quinn's like, no, I want to be more of a pro, a traditional professional NFL type of an offense. With Jaden, I think it's concerning, because that will be a massive change.
You're saying for the future of the Commanders, next year's fantasy value
I'm
from
saying,
the Commanders.
For Jaden Daniels, this is not a red alert. This is just hey, this is happening. They're talking about this. And if someone comes in and is like, we're going to make Jaden Daniels run this pro-style offense that maybe he is not comfortable in,
it's a really tough one.
Things could go bad.
I go both ways with it, because I look at it from the perspective of, this is also an offense that you ran out of luck, and he was hurt multiple times this year. So predicating a lot on him running the football as much as he did. Look, from a fantasy perspective, we'd love him in the Cliff Kingsbury system, but we also want him on the field. And we've already had one Washington quarterback that got knocked out after pressing his luck, being
sure.
He's not Josh Allen, right? He's not built that way. And now you lost the season with Jaden Daniels. So I think balance to protect Jaden for his long-term viability, I could see an argument in that direction. But for fantasy, I'd be more concerned.
I'm not even just talking about the running, because I think Jaden Daniels, he'll run. Like, he will scramble. The last we saw of Jackson Dart was he still ran a ton, but the actual designed runs were very minimal. That was Jackson Dart saying, no, I'm going to run. And I think Jaden will still do that. It's about there were question marks pre-draft about Jaden Daniels in offenses, reading defensive coverage, and if you're going to switch from what he has had tremendous success in, going back to the LSU, his rookie year, and you're like, no, you're going to run a pro offense, just that type of change is a little bit scary, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a lot of big-time fantasy quarterbacks with big changes on the offensive side. Lamar and Jaden are two of them. But there's going to be more coming your way. I mean, Cam Ward, when he gets back, it's going to be a new system there.
Kyler, where is he playing? No matter where, it's a new system.
Yeah. So, unsurprisingly, the Cowboys fired Matt Eberflus after being the worst defense maybe ever.
That's so sad.
So that
sucks.
It's for us.
For fantasy football.
But
he was crucial. Fantasy MVP, Matt Eberflus.
So that's now, I mean, he was the coach of the Bears last year.
Yeah.
So
that's 2 firings in a row.
They say he has USFL written all over him.
I mean, the NFL, I hate the cowardice of, like, we don't want to take the risk on a new guy. Like, coaches fail. The vast majority of coaches in the NFL are failures. I mean, that's just how it is. Guys last like 4 years and then they're gone, or they last a really, really long time. So why not? I don't understand not taking the shot on a fresh face, get some new blood in there, new ideas, as opposed to
it goes both ways, though. I mean, look at what happened with the Eagles. They got to the Super Bowl against Kansas City Chiefs a couple of years ago. They lost. Then because they had such a great season, their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator both go get head coaching jobs. And what do? They get new faces. They bring next man up from the system, the young guns, and the team stinks. And then they fire both of them, and then the next year.
I'm looking at the most recent 10 fired coaches. I wanted to see how many were retreads versus that. I mean, Gerard Mayo, 1 year, done, new face, New England. Brian Dable, hadn't been a head coach, now fired. Brian Callahan, offensive coordinator in Cincinnati, now fired. Jonathan Gannon, he was one as well. Eberflus, that was his first head coaching job too. So it's a Antonio Pierce, Las Vegas. I mean, that was another new face opportunity.
It's his name is escaping me now. Who the Packers and then the Cowboys coach.
Mike
McCarthy. Like, his name is out there.
Yeah.
He's been fired from 2 teams. Why would you?
He also had great success.
To me, like, the dude has gone multiple places and failed multiple times. Let someone else come and try and fail.
So you want Harbaugh? You want Stefanski?
For Arizona?
As a Cardinals fan?
I think Stefanski is still a good coach.
Harbaugh a better coach?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think what Stefanski had managed
Vrabel
to do,
went to New England after getting fired. I think that was a good decision.
Yes. But we all, when Vrabel was fired, we were like, what?
There is a different situation.
That seemed more like him and management it was done. Their relationship was
ran
over.
Out of gas.
It wasn't that he was bad at his job.
Yeah, there's a different situation between guys who get fired because they suck long enough.
Like Jim Harbaugh. He just, in San Francisco, the time ran out.
Heads butted, and they got rid of him. But no one thought he was a bad head coach. So, same thing has happened several times. The situation around Sean Payton. Where he left, he wasn't like a failure and then left. He kind of walked away. That's where I think, John Gruden's been rumored out there, and that's one of those, like, was he a failure, or was it just like,
he got
forcibly removed.
Yes.
That lawsuit's still going, by the way.
Against the NFL?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Goodness, that was
Gruden,
forever ago.
I'm going to tell you right now, Gruden's going to end up with some money.
Okay.
In that situation.
Just don't give him a head coach.
And he'll probably be a head coach again.
Oh, don't do it.
John Morton out for the Lions.
I love this.
I mean, that made sense. He was really not doing much of the offense for a while. After they lost Ben Johnson, they let Morton have a try. Then it was their head coach, Dan Campbell.
You know who I heard, I read was rumored to be in the running there? Blah, blah, blah.
David Blau?
David Blau, yeah.
Is it going to be a token position where Dan Campbell runs the offense?
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, Ben Johnson was not a token position.
Sure. All right, we'll take a break. We'll jump into the AMA. All right, this should be fun. If you have any questions for the show, you can go to the website, thefantasyfootballers.com, click that submit a question button, or dial the voicemail hotline, 302-464-TFFB. I have no clue what's in today's questions.
It could be.
Have you guys looked at anything?
No,
I'm reading the
because
first one.
It could be anything.
You could ask us
Anything
at all. And they did. Lloyd Christmas, do you guys do...
The Lloyd Christmas?
Lloyd Christmas himself, do you guys like to do escape rooms, and who is the best at them? That is a real ask me anything question.
Love escape rooms. They are among my favorite things in the entire world.
Really?
I love escape rooms.
I
love
am.
them.
They're fine.
They're awesome.
Oh, because my video game genre of choice when I was growing up, probably not so much anymore, but the graphic adventures, the Monkey Island games, Space Quest, King's Quest, like that style, all the LucasArts games, Full Throttle, Grim Fandango, all those are my favorite games. And Escape Room is kind of the closest we can get to that being a real life situation. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I love escape rooms.
I adore escape rooms.
I don't know who's the best. We haven't done enough.
I know
together.
In my family, my son is the best. We haven't really done them together, but my oldest son, he's
very good at them.
He's very good at them, and my oldest daughter,
who's your youngest daughter?
Well, they're twins, so they're my oldest children.
Just said my oldest daughter.
You have one daughter.
Hold on now.
Here's the next question. How many daughters do you have?
One.
And is she the oldest or the
that
youngest?
I know of.
Is
You
she
know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it sounded like, Jason.
You got another hiding?
Goodness gracious!
But she doesn't help much in those escape rooms.
That's. What about your youngest daughter?
Also does not help much.
Yeah, I think they're fine. I normally enjoy them when I go, but I don't set out to do them on purpose. I get invited to something, and they can be pretty fun. The nice thing is if you're kind of indifferent, everyone else will do the work for you, and you can just sit back and.
That's what my daughter says.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
God, they're the best.
I am having the hardest time here because, of course, Papa Josh is back in the office now today. And the first thing he has to do is brag about his escape room capabilities.
That sounds like
I've been in escape rooms with Josh. Maybe that's why I don't like him that much.
Right.
Yeah, and
we've gotten clues before together.
I've never failed an escape
Yes, we
room.
have, Josh.
It's a team game.
Also, if you get clues, you get out, are you proud? Are you like,
Josh,
we did it?
Josh, you can talk. You don't have to be like.
I just, look. Number one, I don't remember getting any clues at all, and I certainly didn't ask for them. So, just saying. All I said was that I
would never.
Yeah.
You should ask for a clue,
guys. Ask for a clue. We're really stuck.
Anyways, here's a question. Christian Bjorn writing in. What is the long lost drop?
Bjorn.
What is one long lost drop you'd like to bring back?
Nice.
I have one. I thought
a long lost drop,
like a show drop. One of my favorites for sure was Booty Scootin' Cam Newton.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just super.
Yes.
If you have that over there somewhere, Al, maybe you can find it. That's just one of the ones that I loved, and then we had a good animation with it.
Oh, I've got mine for sure.
And he is he's not.
David S. Scrumptious.
David S.
Devin.
Oh,
that's a good drop. All right, now my turn. Scrumptious.
Do we have Devin S.
I'm sure we have. No, that's great.
I don't have.
You have anything, Mike? If you think of one, let us know.
Mike has a bad memory.
Yeah, that's true. If you like long lost drops, check out our Dynasty podcast. Kyle the Borgogan is frequently surprising me with
every segment
drop, and I'm like, I must have made that at some point because that is a fantasy footballers drop that I don't recall making.
Yeah, we've done this a while. Okay. Maddie wants to know what pets you guys have at home, including names, please.
Rocky and Sugar, some golden doodles. They're about 10, 11 years old.
And Pepper?
A boy and a girl. Oh, no. Pooper is – I got rid of Pooper. Punted him off a bridge like Baxter right into Jeremy Grantham's house.
We have one puppy named Copper. I guess he's not a puppy anymore.
Yeah.
No,
he's like 5.
He's a dog.
Yeah, golden doodle.
I have 2 Bernedoodles. I have Daisy and then Rufus, who is – we just weighed him. he was supposed to be the runt, and we were we bought a Bernedoodle that was going to be 50, 60 pounds. He weighs 110 pounds, guys.
Ooh.
What are you feeding him, huh?
Dog food
And whatever he finds.
And whatever
yes,
else.
yeah, he does like cloth,
Oh.
socks,
A lot of
Is this the one-
nutrients.
towels.
Did you have to get this one, like,
Yes.
something removed from their stomach?
Yeah, he was the one we had to go put him under the knife.
We've all been there.
I haven't.
Really?
No.
You must not leave things out enough.
Yeah,
We do leave things out. We
I've
just,
seen how thin your dog is. You've trained him.
we have trained him. That's it.
You
Uh,
don't eat.
He's taken stuff off the kitchen table before. You got to watch out. I guess technically we didn't have to remove. I'm a complete liar. He didn't. He didn't eat socks, but he did get a hold of some like gum with xylitol, and he had to. We had to go to take him to the vet and spend that sweet vet money.
Yeah.
What?
Emergency vet money. You could charge anything you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be $2 million, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can
I
give
need
you a loan.
1,000 pounds of diamonds,
There
and we'll
is
save your dog.
an issue we got to figure out with vets, because I'm not taking. I get it. Very expensive, tons of time to become an actual veteran. Why can't I say that word? Veterinarian.
I
There
want
it
you
is.
to do it. Yeah.
And I get that. However, you're in the business of saving animals, and you're like, I'd really like to save your dog. It's gonna cost you $2,000. You're like, I don't have that. Like, then I can't save your dog.
I mean,
I've got a
unfortunate.
bad story, good
Oh.
story. We took our dog Rocky, and he ate a skewer.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
a
the actual
BBQ
wood?
skewer?
Yeah, a BBQ skewer. And it came out from the inside, like through the side,
Okay.
like brought out.
Oh no.
It had a sharp tip. And so we bring him into the vet. Vet cleans him up, says he's going to need this surgery. It was outrageous. I wish it was 2,000. It was closer to 10,000.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
I was like, he seems like he's doing okay.
Let me just yank that thing out.
We took him home. He never went back. And he's totally fine.
Oh man, you
Totally fine.
Wait. Did the skewer stay in?
No, the skewer came out before we took him in.
Out the side or out the?
Out the side.
Okay.
So he had like a
So
perforation.
he had in a hole in his
And
intestine.
they said he was going to die.
Basically, they're like, yeah, he needs this surgery, and it's going to be very complicated because of X, Y, and
Just
Z.
to be
And
clear, you said
I said, I don't believe you.
You said I'll take those odds.
I said,
Yeah.
I said, I call your
Wow.
bluff.
he said, "I'll bet you $10,000.
I'll bet you
He's gonna be
$10,000
fine.
he's going to live. And you know what? I'm $10,000 richer.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
goodness.
That's why I said it was a bad story, good story.
It is
Like,
a bad story,
kind of-
good story. That one's outrageous.
how do you make that decision to be like, nah, I'm good.
Did you go back to the vet
If he dies, he
like-
dies.
and be like, in your face?
Rocky, jump up on this table. Show him what you got.
Wow.
Yeah.
I figured after the perforation, you would have just given him to Al.
I would have if he started going downhill, but he looked good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a fantasy football question from SDP Dub. Last place is not following through on the punishment.
Uh-oh.
How do we proceed?
That's a boot from league.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Obviously, all last place punishments, there's a way to do this, which is everyone agrees before the season.
Yes, they do.
If that happened and everybody signed up for it,
You do it or you're out.
you're-
Now, it
yeah.
can't, I agree with you. Like sometimes I've seen leagues where it's like the majority voted that we get a tattoo, but the guy who voted no is last place. You can't do something like that. That
Right.
is a bridge too far. You can't force someone against their will. But you're right, Andy. If this was agreed upon, known about, they signed up for the league, this is them saying, you know what? I don't want to be in this league.
Yep.
Which is, it's lame, man. Like
Yeah.
that's it's part of it. It's part of what makes your league awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
don't-
Go put the clown
don't
makeup
be
on.
loud.
Go stand on the corner, whatever you got to
Yeah.
do.
eat the pancakes. Just
Yeah.
you can't bow out now. It's
Be
oh,
hunted by 11 other men with paintball guns on a paintball course
Right.
without a gun.
You're like, I lost.
Jump
so
in the lion's den, you know.
I'm not paying my dues this year.
Yeah.
Like come on, people.
All right. Let me see where we want to go. A question from Uncle Weg on X. Keep trade cut. Salty, spicy, sweet.
cut and spicy because I'm a baby.
I'm with you on that. I compared to the other two, which are
Yeah,
white.
I like spice enough, but
Yeah.
get out of my life. Then it's salty and sweet.
That's tough. That's real.
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
I think you know where I'll go.
Oh, you're going to keep the sweet, really?
Yeah,
Solely because of ice cream.
because of ice cream, which is sweet.
I feel like I'm going to keep the salty, even though do not hear what I'm not saying.
I'm going to keep salty and
I'm
sweet.
basically keeping steaks here.
I am keeping the spicy.
Oh.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that makes sense.
The
This
Even-
is why we're a
even
good
though-
trifecta.
yeah,
Oh, wait, we got sweet,
I'm the salty,
salty, and
You're the
spicy.
sweet, you're the spicy.
That's pretty good.
It's spicy's really a young man's game,
I was going to say you're
but I still would prefer it.
going to end up in a human vet for your digestive
They
tract.
charge just as much,
Yeah,
guys.
they do.
But they
Which
have
is-
to save you because you're a person.
Not like, well,
You know what I mean? I
I guess
wouldn't
you
have-
don't love your dog.
I wouldn't have thought he could be just fine with a skewer.
Well, he didn't have the skewer anymore.
Right.
Did you
right.
like flex seal it?
No.
Just slap the.
just you got the only way to administer it is certainly to have it in
And
your
slap
hand
it.
and just
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
oozing, leaking.
Pushes him out on the lake.
not anymore.
Yeah.
He pushes him out.
I could stand on him. He floats.
What's funny is I think the Flex Seal guys listen to this show because
Yeah.
we've heard from them before. Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
look, new idea for your next commercial, okay?
Flex seal bandages.
I like the idea
Flex
that.
seal bandages. Just a huge wound,
Oh,
gunshot
yeah.
wound. Ricky Pearsall.
Oh my gosh! Brian Robinson.
Just Flex Seal it.
My gosh! Human Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because, hey, Flex Seal guys, you can charge way more for that product.
yes, you can.
Same product, just put it in a different packaging.
Yeah.
For vets and for human vets, and 10 grand a roll.
Human vets are doctors.
Yes.
But we call them human vets. Isaac wants to know your favorite Batman.
Christian Bale.
I mean, obviously it's Christian Bale.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I love Michael Keaton.
I love Michael Keaton,
Michael
and
Keaton.
I love Michael Keaton Batman.
to me.
He
but
was the Michael Keaton was the best one, and then
Until
then
Christian Bale showed up and was
showed
like,
up.
You guys know my thoughts on Christian Bale, the Christian Bale Batman.
you just don't like the voice.
I don't like the voice. I don't like the first movie where he can push a button on his
Yes.
boot and bats get summoned to him. Ludicrous movie.
Do you remember,
you remember
what
the other
Michael
Batmans?
Keaton Batmans were?
Outstanding movies. Hyper
Oh my!
great.
I mean, Vicky Vale just wakes up and he's just hanging upside down.
That's true.
What is he doing?
Stretching.
He's
But
Also,
the billionaire can't
didn't
come up with a
Christian Bale
device
hang
on his.
upside down too?
to move. I don't know.
He
But
wasn't
he's
just
not just
hanging out there while people sleep.
Also,
Recency bias.
he's like the man's a billionaire. He doesn't got no WD-40. I think eat like when he's hanging
This is
upside
a
down.
Stupid memory, man.
Yeah.
For stuff like
No-
this where you can win an
no
argument.
one
His
no
memory's
one even
fine.
listening is like, I don't remember. I can assume I know what you're talking about from the movie. I don't remember it.
Tactical Gator writes in, what player was your biggest regret last season? So this past season.
Oh, that's a good question.
Huh. Give me a while on this one, guys.
I mean the
I'm going to go Caleb Johnson.
Oh!
Now, he did finish with a very nice 69 rushing yards, but I don't feel like he was a good fantasy MVP.
Did you were counting on more than that?
I
No.
was
Open.
People were asking me yesterday on the card stream whether or not, because we had some Caleb Johnson cards to
give me
get rid
that.
of.
Give me that.
And they were wondering what the future holds. And I was like, well, Gainwell's a free agent.
yeah.
Rodgers might be gone.
Gainwell
Tomlin might
leaving
be
is the
gone.
path forward.
right?
It'll be interesting.
Do you have
Never wrong, just early.
Yeah, I was very much on the Tank Bigsby side of the Bigsby versus
yeah.
ETN.
Yeah, I was on your side too.
And
We
then
were both-
they traded him, and he didn't get to play because he was behind Saquon Barkley. And then ETN was quite good.
I'm just looking down at the bottom of our fantasy scoring list to see what potential big regrets that I had on this in this situation. I was definitely with you on that one. Joe Mixon never played. That's a shame, but I don't think we were really.
No, towards the end of the year, we were pretty out.
Did we believe in Brian Thomas Jr.?
I did for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure
that one is still.
Don't take my lack of a definitive answer to not mean there's a bunch of answers for me, but I don't have one that's like jumping out as.
The Brian Thomas Jr. one is insane.
Yeah,
insane. It's like Jefferson, not his fault. Brian Thomas Jr. seemingly 100% his fault.
Yeah.
He started the year getting exactly what you want. Hyper targets. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. was, let me pull up his game log. 7 targets week 1, 12 targets week 2, 6, 7. It went.
Don't make me get the spray bottle out, Jason.
I mean, he was on pace for.
Yeah, take care of it, Mike.
You literally have a spray bottle.
Yeah, we got a spray bottle just in case.
You do that again, you're in big trouble.
I was just reading his box score of targets.
No.
Very animated reading.
For the first 6 games played, he was on pace for 136 targets. If you said before the season, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is going to play well. He's going to have 136 targets. You'd be like, oh, yeah, this is a top 10 wide receiver, like for sure. But he stunk and couldn't catch the ball.
I kind of like Mason Taylor.
I mean,
that one didn't work out too well.
Oh, dude, did you guys do your votes for Footy Awards?
I did.
Do you
Yes.
think?
Oh,
I think he's got a shot.
Do you think Mason Taylor's going to win that award?
He's got a shot.
It's too early to tell. But I will remind. There's a good opportunity to remind the Foot Clan, if you did not listen to last episode, the Footy Awards are being voted on right now at footyawards.com. Go there, cast your vote on all of the in-season awards. And
What's the domain?
Footy Awards.
There you go.
FootyAwards.com.
And then, our next episode, we will have the big Footies episode.
Did you guys know Papa Josh has never failed an escape room?
And never taken a single clue.
Let me tell you something, Josh. I didn't bring it up. I've never failed an escape room.
Whoa!
Mike, have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have never failed an escape room. I've probably done 8 of them. I've never failed one.
the-
We've had clues, but we've
The
never.
one I failed with my friends was we got all the way, and we're at the end.
I take no pride in it, by the way.
With probably 15 minutes of the hour left, and then it turns out we had just one of the safes had opened, and there was another thing inside of a.
Oh, that you didn't.
Yeah, that was just out of
I will say,
visibility.
Papa Josh is actually good at them. I will say that.
Yeah, he's a puzzle guy.
He's a puzzle guy. He's made to get hyped up.
That's why he built such an incredible dynasty team. The puzzle. He put all the pieces together.
Put the pieces together.
Oh my God!
Too far, Mike.
Yeah. Kyle
The
Edgar.
champ can say what the champ wants to say.
Kyle Edgar writes in, how do people you meet react when it comes to small talk about what you do for a living? When it comes up in small talk about what you do for a living. How do people react when we tell them what we do?
Man.
We do fantasy football podcasting?
Like
we're poor.
I do not small talk.
Yes. Yeah,
I don't
true.
small talk about my job. And they're just like, what do you? I'm like,
oh, you don't tell them?
I start
Instruction.
No. I start with like sports media.
Oh, see, that's smart.
And then if they want to pull the layers back, then we'll get into it. But
yeah, people are like, I do.
For the most part, people actually don't care.
If you say I do a fantasy football podcast, they'd be like, oh, cool.
What do you do for work?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah.
The problem. You guys know I'm a talker.
Yeah.
You guys know
wanna
small talk
to
for me
everyone.
is the life story. I get somebody's life story. So every conversation for me ends up with like, I end up with the same cliche, like, yeah, I never thought I could make a living doing that. That's pretty much what comes up. But best wing flavor, Thomas wants to know. Best wing flavor, and do you like flats or drumsticks?
Flats, because I grew up. Drumsticks are for children, and that's fine. Children love drumsticks.
I second that.
Both are delicious.
Both are great.
Flats,
I want to know what the deucers flat. Just make a binary choice.
I am on the side of flats. I was on drumsticks specifically for I can eat a drumstick and like be like face clean. You know, like I could eat 12 of wings and have very minimal cleanup. Where
I like flats.
The flats are
messier.
It's a bit of a messier. Yeah.
What's the votes back there in Deucer's Alley?
It's all flats for me.
Papa Josh.
Oh, he's a drumstick
Boneless.
man. Oh,
the chicken nuggies.
They're delicious.
Matt.
Flats.
Okay.
Oh, we're
and then flavors. I mean, I'm
boneless.
I'm still more of a. I prefer like a buffalo, a medium or hot, but
I like a good dry rub.
Dude, lemon pepper.
Yeah, on the dry rub.
Lemon pepper is moving up the charts, guys.
I am definitely.
Lemon pepper better be a dry rub.
It is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if you dip that thing in lemon, I don't think I'm in.
I am a medium buffalo, but I want it to be a sweeter buffalo, like the best place here in Arizona.
Honey, like a honey sweet?
Golden
Honey hot?
medium at Zips. Ooh. The best wings in the world.
All right. Instagram question from G Stro. Favorite new TV show?
I'll say Pluribus because I just started watching it.
I was just seeing how you were going to say the name of the show.
Yeah, Pluribus.
Let's see.
It's on
I was having
it's
trouble
on the
with it
dollar
yesterday.
if you need to reference it.
E Pluribus Unum.
Yeah. No, we watched
I'm
that.
only 3 episodes in, but I've loved all 3.
Yeah, it's good.
I watched Mr. Deeds.
Is that a TV show?
No.
That's the movie? That's what you watch?
I don't watch, dude.
I'm
I don't watch
Googling
those,
Mr. Deeds.
man.
Oh, the 2002 hit. Adam
Mike
Sandler
always has
movie.
one of these.
Mr. Deeds, incredibly underrated and not talked about enough. That movie is very funny.
Sweet mercy. All right, we're going to take another break. All right, a couple more questions, and we'll jump into the fantasy face-off. Jansen wants to know, have we ever been to Canada, and what was your favorite part if you have?
We've
been to Canada.
I've been there.
Shout out Mikey Singer.
I've only been there once. Have you guys been there once?
I've been there one additional time.
Okay,
than
you
the
have a
time
bonus?
We were all there.
We went once. One of our very first ever live recordings was for we got hit up and said, hey, I'm going to put on this huge fantasy football expo. It's up in Canada. I want you guys to come be the featured speakers, do a show. You know, we'll cover your travel and give you a little bit extra money to come do it. And we're like, that sounds pretty freaking awesome.
Outskirts of Toronto.
Which the beginning of that story starts with us Googling, hey, do you need a passport to go to Canada?
That's right.
And ladies and gentlemen, whatever the top result is on Google that just comes back, look into it a little deeper.
That is not always a fact.
Especially when it comes to international travel.
And now with AI just tells you, oh, well, for sure this is the answer. And it's like,
So we were very much under the impression that it was just cool. You could, like, the U.S.
sounds so dumb.
The U.S. and Canada is like, hey, we got an arrangement. Yeah, we can. We can.
You're
travel
like
back.
us, we're like you, let's just cross.
And about 1 week before, I think we just double checked it.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, oh, no, that doesn't happen anymore. Now you for sure have to have a passport.
Which is easy to get in a week, right?
If you travel to one of the 4 destinations in the United States that does like next day passports.
Yeah, which one of them happens to be.
Did you need one too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. We all needed them?
Yeah.
In Tucson, Arizona, there is a place where you can get an expedited passport for situations like that. So we got it. We went up there. Beautiful venue. I mean, just a huge warehouse full of vendors, foods, a bunch of just
Massive
awesome stuff.
footprint. Just
Awesome
so
stuff.
cool.
And about 40 to 50 people.
Yeah, you're being generous.
The show, yeah. I mean,
this is like what? Like
it was going to be
like a
spectacular.
50,000 square foot place decked out with all these vendors, and ain't nobody showed up.
Unfortunately, the what fight was that?
That was the Conor McGregor.
Oh, the McGregor
first boxing.
Mayweather?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Was that
McGregor
what it was?
Mayweather fight was on the same weekend, and yeah, not a lot of people showed up. We still had a really great time, and we're happy to be there.
But we saw-
But that was our trip to Toronto.
Yeah, we saw really nothing of Toronto.
Yeah, we were kind of on the outskirts, so we didn't get to see the
We
city.
went to the thing and then we went home.
I've been to Victoria,
Oh.
Canada, on a Alaskan cruise.
So that's the Pacific
And my
Coast.
favorite thing there was I had some great shrimp.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, there you go. We'll jump right into the face-off.
Fantasy Face Off, presented by Prize Picks.
All righty, I talked about it at the top. We all
What
tied.
a loser.
Jason, very bad.
Oh, that's right.
very bad
I
at
lost.
tossing pistachios.
Pistachios.
He's the loser.
Okay, give me that wheel.
Wheel of Shame.
Spin. spin that wheel.
I have no idea what's coming up.
All right.
So you smell that. Here's Johnny.
Seventh.
The 7th inning stretch.
Seventh inning stretch.
Oh, baseball. Yeah, it's my favorite
Speaking
sport.
of baseball.
Oh, baby.
We got a nice baseball jersey because you probably don't have one.
Yeah, I love baseball, man.
Here you go. That should be able to go on.
Is that going to go
We
on?
got you, Mike. If you can take care of this for us.
What? Oh,
You need
want me
some
to,
eye
you want me
black.
to eye black him?
You need some eye black. We got you some Cracker Jacks.
Are they
Jason.
real?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
There's a prize
This is
inside.
my punishment is I get to eat Cracker Jacks?
Yeah, you have Cracker Jacks, and you got a baseball hat.
You look like Rob Lowe
Yeah.
in the NFL hat.
I look like the kid from the Sandlot.
Yes.
Smalls?
Yeah.
We got you a glove too, so you can play catch with your paw. There you go. Look at this
All right.
baseball player.
Dude.
You look like
look
a
like
New York Yankee.
I think I got to get into baseball,
There
fellas.
you go. If you want to eat those,
Yeah.
Cracker Jacks.
Thank you, man. Let's go out to a ball game.
There you go. Look at that. He even put his finger through
I will say this. I love playing catch. I love it. I think it is. I don't know what it is in people and probably mostly men, but just the idea, throwing.
First guy to wear glasses with eye black.
I want to be able to see throwing a ball in general. Go out with Jeremy Grantham came over all the time. We'd throw a football in the backyard and play stupid games like how many can we do in a row without dropping? We're not allowed to move. Make up stupid rules.
Yeah.
I never played enough baseball ever in my life because I had self-respect and I
Well, it's,
I wanted to be entertained.
yeah.
But so because of that, I never really threw around a baseball enough. But when I had the few opportunities where you've got a glove and a baseball, you could throw the thing so hard and not worry. It's awesome. That's the one.
I mean, you got to worry a little bit.
Not if you're good at catching, bro. I don't got to worry. I'm like Josh. I'm the best.
I've never heard somebody describe catch.
You know,
quite so
professional
detailed.
baseball players still get hit in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, not when they're playing catch.
Not really. Yeah. All right. We've got our lineups for this week. The playoffs.
Playoffs.
Starting at the quarterback position, I went with Trevor
How old is
Lawrence. Cracker Jack is
Let me see that
really
box.
old.
Let me see this.
This
What
box
is-
looks like it came straight from the 20s.
It's probably brand new.
There's a prize inside.
Oh, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence, 233.5 passing yards. I'm taking the more. I think that
Oh.
game's going to be
Yeah, you're going with Lawrence.
it's going to be pretty active.
I'm going with upcoming future MVP Drake May. 1.5 passing touchdowns, easy peasy
You're taking the
for
more?
the New England quarterback. I will take the
Interesting.
more.
I almost took his less on passing attempts, but
I really loved Bryce Young.
how is the Cracker Jacks?
They're delicious.
Okay.
Turns out it's just like caramel corn.
It's like
What? Yeah.
baseball is the Cracker Jacks is essentially baseball
Right.
because on the outside it looks
Stupid.
old and
then-
dated and unfun, and then you open it and you eat it.
Right. So when you go to a baseball game,
And
you get to eat
Is
things,
it?
and that's
It's
the fun
caramel
part.
And
corn.
it's delicious.
and peanuts.
Yeah.
And a
Try it.
prize.
They're very good.
Enterprise.
Um,
Not a sponsor. All right, your quarterback.
my quarterback, I was gonna take.
Wait a minute.
Bryce
It's Cracker
Young's-
Jack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
if you
Cracker
have
Jacks.
some, you have Cracker
Yeah.
Jacks. You know
That makes sense.
It's Cracker Jack.
Yeah, but if it's Pringle, then it's I got
Yeah.
Pringles.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
you got more than one, that's fine. It could be Cracker
That's
Jacks.
actually called Pringles.
Yeah, that's Pringles.
Anyways,
No,
so
this is a problem. Cracker Jack.
I originally had Bryce Young 191
Whatever, I'm
passing
getting all this.
yards, taking less than that. I think that's a layup. But then I saw this one as a Green Goblin, and I was like, heck yeah, Matthew Stafford. His projection as a Green Goblin is negative half a rushing yard. I'm going more than
I
that.
saw that, and you are dancing with the
I
devil.
get it.
Dancing with the devil.
No, but I get it because obviously if he doesn't rush and at the end of the game he does kneel downs, then I could go under this. I could
Did you
have
check
less.
how often?
Yes, I did. He hasn't had less than 0 rushing yards in the last 5 games. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
In the last
That's your
5?
Green Goblin, though. You used your Green
Mm.
Goblin up.
I got
Yeah.
bad news for you, Jason.
Yeah,
Week 17, he had 0.
that's fine. That's more than that's what I'm saying.
Oh, because the projection,
projection is
is negative 0.5.
negative 0.5.
Okay.
He doesn't even need to run. He just needs to not kneel down negatively.
He does have negative rushing yards in more games than you would believe.
Yeah, but not this one, baby.
Impressive.
All right, running back. I'm taking Rico Dowdle, 46.5 rushing yards.
Don't you dare.
Less.
Oh, don't you dare.
In your face,
Don't
Mike.
you dare.
Less.
The calendar turned over.
You kidding me? They're not going to be able to keep up with Rico Dowdle in that game.
I'm going to take
I see the price.
Mike's guy that he just said he got wrong. I'm going to go with Tank Bigsby, 9.5 rushing yards. I'm going more.
Where's your prize?
Oh, what is
You
the
went
price?
with a Tank Bigsby.
I went with Tank Bigsby. He's
Okay.
been obviously last week he was awesome in relief of Saquon while they benched
he's
guys.
a good player.
But prior to that, they were getting him more and more involved. He's been over the he's had
playoffs.
He's had more than 10 rushing yards in most of his recent games, and I do think in the playoffs they might want to use their best running back.
Oh, I'm on the opposite side. I think they'll not use him at all.
Interesting. I'm going on a projection with the guy I got wrong of Travis Etienne. I will take that Buffalo run funnel defense. 65.5 yards is all Travis Etienne or I guess
rushing only.
Yeah, he needs 66, but
No ball.
with the run funnel,
Yeah, no ball.
That's ridiculous.
because that's dangerous.
Yeah, well, I live.
But yeah, more than 65.5 rushing yards for Travis Etienne.
My Green Goblin, Jaden Reed of the Packers, 2.5 receptions. I'm taking the more.
This is wide receiver. I'm going Nico Collins, more than 71.5
We are.
receiving yards.
I thought we might have some crossover because of the limited player pool. My Green Goblin, it is Puka Nacua, 5.5 receptions.
Ooh. That feels
Yeah.
pretty auto.
I'll go more there.
Colston Loveland
Oh,
is
here we
my
go.
tight end.
I got Mr. Loveland as
I
well.
went receiving targets.
I
took 5.
I went
More.
receptions, 3.5.
I went Cole Kmet.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Tank Bigsby
baby.
and Cole Kmet.
Tank Bigsby and Cole Kmet.
And Stafford rushing yards.
13.5. That's it. 13.5 receiving yards.
That's it. What was that? Didn't that your famous Tommy Trimble line?
Yeah, but Tommy Tremble was a bridge too far. Cole Kmet's been involved. He's been good.
So you're taking the more?
What was the
I'm
the
so
13.5.
13? Okay.
So he's
He's been over that the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
The past 3 weeks, barely.
It
You know
barely
what they-
works.
You know what they say? These are guarantees. All right, that was Fantasy Face-Off presented by Prize Picks. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Use the code Footballers and get $50 in lineups when you play $5. That'll be it for today's show. FootyAwards.com. The Footy Award winners will be announced on our next episode on Tuesday. Jason's going to enjoy some more Cracker Jacks.
Oh.
The prize inside is an appreciation of the game of
Isn't
baseball.
the song "Buy Me Some Peanuts and Cracker Jacks"?
Yeah,
But there's peanuts in the Cracker Jack.
that's fair.
Baseball.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.